Yes. Welcome back to another stream. We're back again. Since the Xtra is officially back. You know we're back because we're doing 2 days in a row. That is madness. You know what I mean? What's going on here?
I know. And big weekend of football coming up, guys. Obviously, we've got the City game tomorrow. City taking on Girona in a pre-season, in a mid-season friendly. We've got the third place game in the World Cup, which we'll be watching. And then obviously we've got the World Cup final, man. So 3 watch-alongs coming for you this weekend. But today we're going to be speaking about Bukayo Saka. City apparently linked with this guy. We're going to go through the rumours and talk about where he'd fit into the squad, whether this is even realistic that we could get him in. Before we do, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Got 40 likes already, 115 people in the stream. Let's get those likes up, man. Let's get those likes past 50. 10 people hit that thumbs up button for us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Shout out to the guys at Boohoo Man. They sponsored today's stream, repping the hood. Also, bro, I got news.
Oh, what's the news? Oh my God, he's got pants on. He's got pants on.
It's
he's wearing crazy. Pants. Where's the shorts?
Crazy. Yeah, you know what it is. This -5, -6 degrees. It got to me, bro. I was walking around town, with the shorts on at like -4 or 5 degrees, thinking like, this is what I've been preparing the whole year for. And bro, it fully killed me off, man. It fully killed me off. So I had to make the tactical decision to get onto Boohoo Man, hit up some joggers. And now I'm no longer short LB. Yeah,
no longer shorts, gang. You're full sending you're full sending legs to be warm, innit?
That's it, man. That's it. So it's pretty crazy. If you guys want to check out anything on Boohoo Man, hit the link in the description, man. Loads of sales on that website already. Right, let's get into Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, let's just first of all speak about his contract situation so people understand what's going on here. His contract expires in June 2024, according to Transfermarkt. Now, that means he's going to have 1 year left on his contract by the end of the season. Mm-hmm. That's not a great position to be if you're Arsenal Football Club. He's kind of got them by the balls here, you know?
Yeah, he can demand cash on the basis that he's got a year left. It kind of puts the player in like a power position in some way. Now, because the thing is with Saka, I feel like it's a weird one of how he sees it, because if Arsenal don't win the league this year, he might look at it and think that was our best chance. Do you know what I mean? Or that was our best chance to win the league. Or he might look at it and think that's the start of something. We're on to something here. And I think it all depends on where Saka sees Arsenal going forward. Because I think that'll determine his drive to stay or want to leave. Like if he doesn't see Arsenal challenging after this year, do you know what I mean? If he thinks they'll kind of fall off a little bit, then you can understand that he might want to get off and not sign that new contract, or maybe include a release clause, something that we speak about quite a lot. But like I say, all depends on what their situation is like. Right now, things are looking good for Arsenal, but come the end of the season, it doesn't always. I mean, things can change, things can change drastically.
And the thing is, bro, you kind of hit the nail on the head there as well with the comment about if Arsenal don't win the league this year. There's not going to be a better chance for Arsenal to win the league in the next couple of years than this year, because ultimately, City are going to get stronger next year, in my opinion. They'll become more complete. And the reason I say that is because Haaland would have had a full season there. Rodri's only getting better, and the whole team is just gelling together more and more and more. And eventually, we will just continue to get better. Liverpool, especially if they get bought, they are going to improve, and they have
Liverpool will be back up there.
Liverpool will be back up there. United, what's going on with them?
You know what I mean. They're switching
Chelsea,
up. So
with Ted Bowley, the only thing that you got to ask there is the manager. So basically, there's not going to be a better chance for Arsenal to win the league this year. And whilst yes, they're probably going to get the Champions League this year at minimum, there's also no guarantee that next year they'll get Champions League. Not with the other teams that I've mentioned and the money that they have and the backing that they have. So Bukayo Saka's in this weird situation where he's going, we got a good thing going on right now. However, football can change very, very quickly. And if I sign a new 5-year contract with you, I could quite easily see Arsenal not qualifying for the Champions League next season. then where does that leave Bukayo Saka?
It's
One of the best young promising players in the world playing in Europa League football. That's not good for him.
Yeah, he's basically got to hedge his bets on one of the situations, and I'm not really sure on what situation he should be hedging them bets. Now, he could, right, and hear me out, chat, he could have some form of release clause into this contract to where if they don't get Champions League football in the next 2 years, basically say let's go on the basis that they are going to get Champions League football this year. Say if they don't get Champions League football the year after, then the release clause becomes active. Like if he's not playing Champions League football, it becomes active. Now whether Arsenal would go for that or not, or whether Bukayo Saka would want to do that and sign the new deal, but maybe that's something that Arsenal might have to offer him to get him to sign the new deal. Like. Yeah. But he's in a very, very, very powerful position because he can pretty much do what he wants at this moment in time.
Of course he is, yeah. And that's something that I've said that Arsenal, not necessarily Arsenal should do, that if Saka does want to stay at Arsenal, that's what I'd be doing if I was Saka. I would be saying to them, I'm not signing a contract unless I get a release clause in there. And then from the Arsenal point of view, we'll say, well, we can have a release clause, but that release clause is only active if we're not in the Champions League. And I think that's a fair deal. And I've said that for quite some time. It will be interesting to see what Saka does. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. 1 year left on his contract. He has all the power. Dave Rocky, yes, member for 7, says, yo, guys, miss City Extra. Did you miss me? Yeah, Bray. City wants Saka. Isn't he a right winger? We need a left winger with a little bit of pace and creativity. So is Saka the solution? And that's a very, very good comment to move us on to. And we've discussed now, obviously, Saka and that, 1 year left on his contract. Do we even want Saka at this football club? I put out a tweet last night, right? And this is what I said, bro, because it's a very interesting situation that we're in right now with this Saka link. This is what I said. I said, Saka will be an interesting one. His development over the last few years has been really positive. My only concern is that it's another left-footed right winger in addition to the current team of Mahrez, Foden and Cole Palmer. Is Saka... Do we actually need Saka? Do we actually want Saka? Is this something that City fans want? Is this what Manchester City Football Club needs?
I mean, well, the initial talk is that City want Bukayo Saka, and that's. But then, what does that mean for the future of, like you say, players like Cole Palmer and Riyad Mahrez, Julian Alvarez potentially if you wanted to start Haaland and Alvarez in the same team?
I didn't even think of that one. Yeah,
I feel like it's just a bit of a weird. It is a weird one. It's a very, very weird one that I think I'd be open to, basically. Like, I mean, I'd be open to it in the sense of, do you know what I mean? Saka's a very, very big talent, and to have him at City would be unreal. But is that just a want, not a need? You know what I mean? Is that me wanting to have the best talents at City rather than City desperately need a right winger? And am I right? He said he's left-footed, right? Or is it? So he's a left-footed, and then on that, by the way, Walrus Sheshes with the 3 months says, "Do we really need another left-footed right winger?" I feel like we're seeing it like where Mahrez is getting caught out with this left-footed on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't mean that it won't work. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. But Mahrez is getting caught out a little bit with that. But it's just a weird one, bro. It's a proper. It's one that I feel is very unrealistic, and but at the same time, in summary, he'll have a year left in his contract. So he could be tempted. He could be tempted to move elsewhere because he can literally just turn around to Arsenal and say, "Yeah, well, I want to go."
Yeah. No, and I think that's the correct. But again, does City actually need this? I mean, if we look back at what we were saying in the summer, something that I said I wanted was a right-footed, pacey, right-footed player. Well, that's not Saka, is it? I mean, Saka's that cut-in guy. We need to be playing. I think we need to be playing with a little bit more pace in that final third, especially on the wings.
Yeah, I mean, like he's got the pace, but I mean, I get what you're saying. Like a bit more direct on the wings, and then they can cross the ball first time, rather than having to cut back and then. I mean, basically, it sounds counter-attacky, but it is a little bit counter-attacky. Do you know what I mean? So you put your wingers then can bomb it down the wing. They can take a man on, cross it in first time to Erling Haaland. Basically, it's about getting the ball to Erling Haaland as fast as possible.
That's it. Basically, we need to become the Harry Kane team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need to become the Erling Haaland team. That's what we need to do.
It's about
get the ball into that guy as much as possible.
as much as possible, as fast as possible, to make obviously defenders think about it. Now, it's the whole Saka thing is a weird one. But then isn't Leao primarily a left winger, or is he a right winger? Because in summer we were saying we need a right winger.
Yeah.
But now, Dave Rocky was saying that we need a left winger.
Right, okay, so yeah, Leao's a left winger, but he also plays striker quite a bit as well. He's very rarely played on the right hand side. Only played five times on the right side.
Didn't he play left wing as well in the World Cup? I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Yeah. But he is a right-footed player, so I mean he's not really played on the right hand side throughout his career, but he's always played as an inverted winger or as a striker. But he is right-footed. So he could potentially do that. It's just that he'd never done that role before. But fucking hell, man. And sure, in my opinion, I don't know, but like, call me old-fashioned. But for me, running down the wing and putting the cross in with your favoured strong foot is probably easier than playing an inverted role. No?
Yeah, no, you like to think so. And the weird thing is, though, the rumours are that we're interested in Leao. There are rumours saying that we are interested in Leao. We heard on the a couple of months back. And now there's rumours saying that we want Saka. Does Pep just like wingers that cut in? Is this just a thing that we're just going to have to get used to, that we're not going to have these right-footed right wingers? Do you know what I mean? Pep likes to cut in.
Yeah, I believe he does. I mean, if you look back at his Barcelona teams, who did he have on there? He had Pedro. Did Pedro play on the? I thought Pedro was
Pedro played on the right.
So he was more natural. But I think, did he have Henry on the left hand side?
He had Henry on the left.
So he was inverted. David Villa up top, and then obviously Messi. It's sort of just in the free role. So I guess there it was like 50-50. At Bayern Munich, he played inverted. So I don't know, man. It's one of them. Like for me, I want to see us go back to the Sane Sterling days of pacey winger. If you imagine those days of Sane and Sterling when they were both in top form, and you've got Erling Haaland in the middle. Because of course at the time we had Aguero. Aguero had the injuries though. You know what I mean? Constantly hurt by injuries. He also wasn't the biggest of guys. He was very good in the air, Aguero, considering his height. He wasn't the biggest of guys. If you can get like a Sane, someone like that on the left hand side, which is Foden, let's be honest, and then someone on the right-hand side who can put the ball in, we're just going to be laughing, man. Yeah,
I think it definitely brings some... It's exciting to think of that kind of football. Do you know what I mean? It's exciting to think of that. That is exciting, explosive football with pace, whereas we are often criticised nowadays for we're a bit slow. We're a bit slow, especially when we play Mahrez and Grealish. We are a little bit slow at times, and maybe that's why we are primarily looking at these pacey wingers. So maybe Pep's thinking it doesn't matter if they are primarily left-footed, we will sort it out anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, because as long as they're competent with their other foot, that makes sense.
Well, just a quick one. I disagree about we need a left winger. I think people are saying we need a left winger because they're liking Foden at right wing, but I think Foden's playing right wing at the moment more out of necessity. And that's because Mahrez hasn't been performing to people's expectations. Cole Palmer is still too young and not experienced enough. And Bernardo mainly needs to play in the middle. And I still don't think he's fully worked out Alvarez's game yet, which is completely fine and reasonable. We only got him in the summer. So I think that's a more necessary. I think next season I think what's going to happen is I think we're going to sign a right winger this summer. And I think next season you're going to see Phil Foden and Grealish on that left-hand side. And I think it's going to be maybe Mahrez will be here, maybe he won't be, but I think it's going to be new winger plus Alvarez plus either Mahrez or Cole Palmer if Mahrez is still here. I don't know, but so I disagree. I disagree based on what I want. That is based on bias. My bias of this is what I want to see.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And for people asking about the source, Des Doyle, I see you in it calling us out, like saying that we're clickbaiting and that. No, there is actually like sitting news about this. And you have to allow it, mate. You know what I mean? We need to talk about something. Graham Bailey came out about this. Was it yesterday, bro?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday, yeah. So that's sauce. I mean, run with it as you want. Zerify JSS, member for 4 months, says, yes, lads, I've missed these streams. City extra till I die. Yes, Zerify, mate. Dave Rocky with the super chat says, LB, go to the shed for the World Cup final, I beg.
Doing it, man. Tomorrow, I'll be there tomorrow, man.
Yeah, big World Cup streams.
Why don't we miss to be there tomorrow, Dave?
Yeah, Dave. Why?
You got a
Is he
problem
not allowed to be there tomorrow? Is that a thing? Isn't it? You were banishing him from the shed. I back. Yes, man. For 1 month says I think Saka's one of them players who are known for their speed and their cutting in, but I do think he's one of them players who would stay at Arsenal.
I think he'll stay at Arsenal.
I personally do think he'll stay at Arsenal.
But if he doesn't sign a contract with a release clause, then he's a mug. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. Because then don't start complaining to Arsenal, right? Because this is what'll happen, right? If he doesn't sign a contract with a release clause in it, right? I don't want to see him moaning at Arsenal Football Club if they refuse to sell him in 2 to 3 years' time.
Say they don't get like Champions League football, and then he wants to get off and play Champions League football, and it's his own fault.
Then turn around in 2 years and say, "No, we're not selling you." I don't want to see him moaning about it.
Yeah,
I don't want to see him moaning because that's your fault. You look at Harry Kane. Look at what happened to Harry Kane. You've got this opportunity now to get this done properly.
Well, the thing is, because he's in this luxury position. Like, say you have 3 years left in your deal, and the club offers you a new contract. It's harder for you to then say, "Oh, we'll put a release clause in," because the club can just go like, "Nah," and you don't know what's going to happen in them 3 years. However, when you've got 1 year left, which is the situation that we'll find ourselves in next summer, you can turn around and kind of demand these release clause kind of things because the power is shifting towards the player there because he holds the cards of what he wants to do. And I think it'd be very smart for Saka to, obviously I don't know the situation. I don't know how the whole contracts actually work and stuff, but on the basis of what I know, I think it'd be smart to insert a release clause that basically says if Arsenal don't get Champions League football, then he can leave the football club. Like, basically, and that's a smart way.
At face value, I guarantee you, at face value, if Arsenal fans heard what you just said then, they'd cry their eyes out. However, that's actually a really, really positive thing for Arsenal and Arsenal fans, because what it means is that if Arsenal want to keep hold of Bukayo Saka, they have to continue to invest in the squad, because if they don't get top 4, then that release clause becomes active. Remember, if they sign a contract with a release clause where it's only active if you're not in the Champions League, then that's not on Saka. That's on the football club for failing to invest, for failing to get the right strategy. So Arsenal fans probably would see their ass when you say something like that. But actually, if you actually break it down, I think that's actually a really positive thing for Arsenal. And if he didn't get top 4, it's not Saka's fault. And then if he's as good as people say, then he should be playing Champions League.
But then even then, someone's still got to pay the money anyway.
Correct.
So someone at the end of the day still has to pay the release clause money of whatever they put in. So. Yeah. That's just a situation. Like I say, I see like unbiased TV there. You ain't getting Saka. Personally, I don't think we will get Saka.
I don't even want Saka. That's a funny thing, bro.
We're just speaking about the rumours that are going about.
I wouldn't say like I don't. Like, I would be gutted if we got him. Like, I'd be happy if we got him, but I don't want him. He doesn't meet the criteria of player that I want to see at football at City. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I still think he's relatively. I still think he needs to grow in that, and this is why
there's a lot to come from him. There are a lot to come from him. M Dope 2 says, "Bring back our boy Leroy, please." And I actually seen rumours about Leroy going to Arsenal. You know,
no chance.
That stinks, that, doesn't it?
No chance, man. Why would he go to Arsenal, bro? The guy's slamming it now.
Yeah, to be fair, he has had a little turnaround, hasn't he, at Bayern?
Yeah, he's absolutely killing it, man.
But you know what I mean, I don't know what the actual situation is, though. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether. Imagine.
Yeah, we got an AFC Arsenal fan in the chat, yo. Listen to this comment, bro. Right, so Max, yes, shout out for the
yes.
There is no chance that Saka leaves. Players like Saliba, Martinelli, and Saka are either going to renew in January or at the end of the season. Saka and Saliba both have the option to extend for a year. Okay, so first of all, there's no chance that Saka leaves. That's not correct. There is a chance that he leaves. There's a chance that any player leaves. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a transfer market. Any player could leave. My question to you, and at the end of the day, I don't really care about Saka. I mean, like I said, it doesn't meet my profile of player that I want at Man City. Like, I don't want a left-footed right winger. We've got too many of them. I want a different style. My question to you, though, Arsenal fans, right, in the chat, genuine question: do you not think that the contract that we just said there of he signs a new contract, which is good for Arsenal, and then in the contract there's a £100 million release clause, but that £100 million release clause is only active if Arsenal do not qualify for the Champions League. Now, before you say no, Have a think about that. What that actually means is that contract, if Arsenal want to keep Saka at the football club and they don't want that release clause to become active, then they are incentivized to spend money on the squad to improve the squad to make sure that they qualify for the Champions League. Because if they don't improve the quality of the squad, the chances are that you might drop out of the Champions League. That release clause there then becomes active. It's a win-win. He signs a new contract. Good for you. You don't have a release clause if you're not in the Champions. If you're in the Champions League, good for you. But it also incentivizes Arsenal Football Club to invest in new players to continue to build that squad and improve that team, so that if you don't get Champions League, he can leave. And by the way, you're still getting £100 million for Saka, who's 22 years old, if it does become active. I think that's a great deal for Arsenal.
I think all around it's a great deal. You know what I mean? And like I said before as well, and even if you do fall out of Champions League spots, it's not like you're getting roasted. Someone still has to pay £100 million for him.
Correct.
So
Correct.
You're still getting the cash. You say that's the release clause that they put in. I mean, basically, it's a put up or shut up to the clubs after the fact. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want him, when you got to pay £100 million for him.
Yep.
So it's. I personally think it'd be a good deal for Saka. Like I say, I don't see this being a realistic signing for City at all. I don't actually think it'll be a thing. I don't actually think that we'll sign Saka, but I just think it's an interesting conversation, especially when we're having 1 year left on his contract from the summer. Zachary agent there, yes, Zachary, mate. Jordan Lewis need to become agents for players so they can sign the correct contracts. I guarantee we'd miss out loads of stuff, mate. But maybe we need to put ideas in there. Do you know what I mean? Just throw ideas into the hat. But I wouldn't go as far as saying that I could write a contract for a footballer. I could not do that. Saka's a mad one, though. It is a mad one. And it comes at a time where I think we kind of know that the club are interested in wingers, but there aren't many that are being rumoured to be about. I know. Obviously, we've heard Saka now. We've heard Leao.
There's not that. No, someone commented on the post yesterday on Twitter. Someone commented on my tweet and said there's just a real lack of top quality wingers in football these days.
I think as well who are available for do you know what I mean, for us to go and buy. The top quality ones are usually like cemented in the clubs. Do you know what I mean? Someone like Vinicius is a top quality winger, but he's cemented at Real Madrid. So
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
It's kind of stuck. It's kind of stuck in the way that it is, which is unfortunate. I know people say about Kvaratskhelia. That's Napoli, so I don't see us dealing with Napoli again.
Yeah. Also, he played on the left hand side. He comes off the left. Also, you know, I don't know what what the situation is with him. One is already at Napoli. He's contracted to a long time. You're not going to be able to get him out there. The way that I see his style, I would say, well, I would be trying to get him to be playing in the middle of the pitch rather than the wing because of his quality.
Yeah. Nah.
So Des Doyle in the chat there, right? This is a good comment. Are the days of the tricky winger over? Am I looking for a player that doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah, maybe.
I want this right-sided player who's right-footed, has a bit of skill and pace, who can just knock the ball past the defender and put the ball in the box. Are those days over?
Maybe they're in the bin. Maybe it's cut-in season forever now.
But why? Just give me prime Sean Wright-Phillips, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine prime Shawnee Wright in this team. He'd be slamming.
Bro, imagine Raheem Sterling in this team. I think Raheem Sterling would have been bits. I don't think he would have done bits in this side.
I agree. I think Raheem Sterling on that right hand side would have done really well for City.
Carl says bring back Petrov. Yeah, I love that. He wants a short place regen. Yeah, that is true. That's true, Bells,
what I'm looking for. But I've been saying this since the summer. Now look, Ming Yi, yes, with the 179. Let's get Yao Felix and Rafael Leao. We're not going to get Felix, bro. Rafael Leao. Maybe.
I think it's one that's obviously we had scouts there at the Chelsea game. I think it's one that we'll definitely be looking at. We'll definitely be looking at Rafael in the summer. I think if you could put both in front of me, I'd say that Saka is less realistic, like a lot further down than going signing Rafael. I think Rafael is a much more realistic option for Manchester City.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. My quick question on that one, right, is what happens here then with where do you play him? You're going to play him on left wing. You've already got Grealish. So what happens to Grealish? Or are you going to put him on the right wing? What happens to Foden?
Or
a minefield, Bray.
Or he's on the left wing with Grealish and they're fighting for that spot, basically. Because at the moment in time, Grealish are only left winger because Foden's been playing on the right. So basically, if Grealish can stay in the team, he's just got a free roll. You know what I mean? He can just stay.
I hear that, man, but I think you're going to end up having Leao.
I think for Leao to come, I think someone needs to leave, like Amara, something like that. Space needs to be made.
Yeah, that's
basically fair. Because we have bare wingers, isn't it?
No, that's fair. AFC Max again with a super chat.
Yes, Max.
I tell you why there's no chance. He's the main man at Arsenal. He's the face of Arsenal youth. He loves the club. He said 2 months ago he loves the club, and he also said he wants to be a one-man club. No offense, just my view.
No, respect that. Respect that.
Jack Grealish was the face of Aston Villa, and he signed a contract, and then a year later got off. You know what I mean? So words,
things, words don't mean. But there are some cases where these kind of things do ring true. Look at Reece James. He said that he's like Chelsea through and through, and then he's going to sign a new long-term deal at Chelsea.
Chelsea win trophies.
Yeah, this is why it's hedging his bets, and this is why it's still a good idea to just put a release clause in his contract just to protect him. Even if he is, do you know what I mean? If he is like, oh yeah, I want to stay at Arsenal, like surely he does want to win things. Like saying a couple of years that Arsenal fall out of the top 4. Now I'm not saying this will happen, but say they do for some reason fall out of the top 4 now. Like obviously you look like you're getting this year, but then say after this year you fall out next year, it doesn't happen, and Saka sat there going, oh, I've just signed a new long-term deal and I've not put anything, and we're not even playing the Champions League football. I don't know when we're going to get back into it. So like, it's just basically a question of what does Saka do.
Yeah, just to clarify, Max, I actually think that Saka will sign a new contract.
I think he'll sign a long-term contract.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think there will be a release clause in there. All I'm saying is, if in 2 to 3 years' time Arsenal are not challenging for trophies and they're struggling to get in the top 4, which is realistic. You know what I mean? You're slamming it right now, but it's realistic that you might not be in the top 4 in a few seasons. You can't say that he definitely won't leave. But yeah, that's it. Saka. I expect him to sign a new contract with Arsenal. I don't think we'll get him. I don't actually want him. I don't want that style of player. I'm looking for this player that doesn't exist, man.
Yeah. I don't think them players exist anymore, but I think it's in the bin. I think it's just gone. Even Leroy Sané, bro, wanted to play on the right wing. Wait, is Leroy Sané right-footed?
No, he's left. Leroy Sané, bro, what? No,
left-footed, isn't it? Left-footed driller on the left-hand side to the bottom, you know what I mean? He has that thing that Foden doesn't have, innit?
Yeah, the shot.
Yeah, the shot. Yeah. I was just thinking then because even Leroy Sané wanted to move to right wing when he went to Bayern. He played on the right wing for Bayern for quite a bit.
Everyone just wants to be Robben these days.
Everyone wants to cut into. Do you know what it is? Do you reckon it's a bit glory moment kind of thing as a winger rather than crossing it in and getting the assist. You know what I mean? You can cut in and go for the shot or take a few man on like.
Yeah, no, for sure. Is there like anywhere that we can? Is there any like database that we can go on, right? Where I can type in like I can go on and put like right-footed
right winger, FIFA, bro, FIFA. Wait, no, you can't choose footed there.
Surely, guys in the chat, someone must know this. Surely there's a program or a software, right, that we can check it because I need it. I need it in my life, man. I want to see and the thing is, right, I'm not being disrespectful to Saka here, but if Saka comes in, that's going to halt Cole Palmer, and I want to see Cole Palmer. I think Cole Palmer could hit Saka levels quite easily.
Yeah,
I think he has all the ability in the world to hit somewhere like and maybe even exceed Saka. So if Saka comes in, goodbye to Cole Palmer because that's his career finished.
The only thing with Cole Palmer, technically, I think he could go up in it, but then I think pace. Des Dahl made a point there, whereas good wingers these days pace. I think Saka's got abundance of that.
Yeah, but he's also inverted. And if we're saying that Cole Palmer is going to be one of our futures on that right hand side, then do we want them two players who are very similar? Like some people might like, yes, I would rather have someone like a Cole Palmer and then someone like a Sterling who's right-footed and fast. Because then you've got options. It's all about options, man. You don't want just the same thing. Say you played a game, right? Cole Palmer started right wing, yeah? Or it'd be Saka. So Saka starts right wing. He's not really having a good time. You put Cole Palmer on, who's exactly the same sort of player.
Yeah.
Whereas you could, if you wanted to switch it up, you could go, I'm going to take Saka off and put this guy on who's completely different, who's going to go around the outside.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. Chaser or Chiesa, yeah, or Chaser. He is right for
What happened to this guy, man?
Yeah, Chennai got injured, didn't it? He had a long-term injury. This is what Irish says, and this is what I was going to read out a second ago. This is a good point, right? He says, "Hear me out, Raphael to sign a pre-contract in January." He's put it again. Raphael to sign a pre-contract in January and have him for the summer like we did for Alvarez. That might actually have to happen. Something might have to happen with the Leao deal because, or City need to get in there kind of thing and make it known that they want him, because I heard that he's basically on the verge of signing a new deal with AC Milan, which would firmly put anything to do with the City move in the bin. But I don't know whether that's true or not. But if that is the case, then City will have to do some, like, do you know what I mean? Speak to him in January and that, and get something outlined at least, so he doesn't sign that new contract.
Yeah.
But like I say that you never know. Things can happen in January up until summer. I mean, we were speaking about Erling Haaland and all that stuff was going on before June. Do you know what I mean? Like towards the end of the season. So, Eric says, remember 2 months, says, what about Borges? Could he fit into this situation? He's super basic. I'd love Borges to get a chance.
Yeah, but he plays on the left hand side.
Yeah, he's a left winger though. But I would love Borges.
I got his foot bin, yeah. Bring it up. Figo.
yeah, you need to swerve the icons, bro.
How do I do that?
Nah, you need to just go on gold cards.
Can I not just find a gold card?
Or just scroll down, go on rating and sort by high to low, and then just scroll down and past all the icons.
Max rating. So go like 85, 86.
Nah.
Yeah, that'll get rid of all them dons. I bring up Freddie Lundberg, bro.
Yeah, nah, you need to. You surely you can filter out icons.
Potential one. Might be difficult to get him out of the football club. You know what I'm going to say? Valverde, bro.
Are you going to be able to get him out of Real Madrid, though?
Probably not.
Probably not. He's mint, though. He is mint.
He would meet my criteria, though.
He is mint. AFC Max again with a 10. Yes, AFC Max. Appreciate it, mate. He says, I hear you. I just want to express my point of view. I have nothing against City as a club, just besides the fact that City can write checks for £300 million. He said, but it's all love. Thanks for Jesus and Zinni. Yes. Hopefully Gabby comes back. Do you know what I mean? Firing and that. I like seeing Gabby doing well at Arsenal and Zinchenko as well. Glad they're both doing well. But maybe not too well. You know what I mean? Can we just allow it for a bit? We've got 5 points to make up here. M Dope with a 5. If you were City, would you pay £100 million for João Felix? Atletico looking to sell now, and he's now linked to PSG. If I was City and we didn't have Erling Haaland, yes. But we are City and we've got Erling Haaland, and also we have Julian Alvarez. So, unfortunately not.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't take him. Yeah, I wouldn't have it. Actually, I've mentioned this before. I would have had him if we didn't get Haaland and we wanted to dial in on the false 9, but that's not the case. Bro, I'm on this foot bin, yeah? Mm-hmm. Bro, the play don't exist, man. I'll throw some names at you, yeah?
Wait, if you capped it at 86?
Yeah. Because that's got rid of all the gold ones, whatever it is, icons, whatever. Right, so you got, right, Ivan Perisic, yeah?
Oh, nah, that's not happening.
Ross Barkley.
Nah.
James Maddison.
Abdulaziz, bro, innit? You're getting timed out, lad. I appreciate
Serge
it.
Gnabry. That is the player that we wanted in the summer.
That's the Donny, Serge Gnabry, bro. Do you remember when we started the Serge Gnabry trade and then City shut us down?
Yeah, City shut it down.
We full on started a Serge Gnabry hype in a stream once, and then in the next press conference the next day, they shut it down instantly. It's almost like they were watching us and was like, we need to put an end to this right away before these lads start hyping this up a bit too much.
Angel Correa, bro. He's another option.
A few people now are saying use Soul FIFA.
Soul FIFA?
Soul FIFA, yeah. Saying that's probably a better alternative.
Okay.
If we're getting a winger, spam Sane. James. I'd love to bring Sane back just for what it is. Harry says that he uses FIFA for FIFA.
Third fault, right. Yeah. And then I don't even position it. Position. There we go. Right wing. There we go. Right. Search. Oh yeah, this is the website, man. This is the website. Perfect. Right, listen. Right, so these are the players. So all I put in criteria is right winger, right footed, overall rating between 82 and 92. Right. These are the players that are on it. Raheem Sterling, who is actually, funny enough, the best rated player that's come up,
and he fits the profile very, very well.
He does, yeah. He sounds pretty good for us.
Yeah.
Valverde, Mason Mount, Gabriel Jesus, Jadon Sancho, Pulisic, who somehow is still only 23, Rafa.
Wait, what did you say? Pulisic is 23.
Apparently, according to this.
Well, that can't be right. That cannot, bro. He's been around forever.
Do you remember this guy, bro? Quadrado.
Don't you play that right wing back now? Oh my God, he's 24. Pulisic is 24. Bro, I genuinely thought the guy was about 28, 29. I thought the guy was on his way out. That's absolutely mad. That's mad. James Bond. Yes, James Bond. The name's Bond. James, the name's Bond. City going to shut you down on Saka as well. You lot making them look dumb. I mean, we're not really making them look dumb. We're not really saying anything other than just transfer rumours, mate.
I also don't want it.
It ain't that deep.
So yeah, to be honest, bro, Valverde is the one in it. But can we get him out of there?
Jeremiah says zero ball knowledge, and that's probably a fact when you know that we're looking on So FIFA to find right-footed right wingers.
We didn't know it exists, man. We had the best one according to the stats. We had the best one in Sterling and sold him, innit?
And we binned him off.
Can we get Valverde out, man? What we need really is that Rodrigo to start slamming, innit? Because don't he play on the right?
Nah, boy, Valverde's boy, he's game set match, bro. He's in the team. He's killing it, bro. He's absolutely killing it for Real Madrid. So it's in the bin. The Valverde's dream is in the bin.
He's also got a mega contract, man. 2027. What's all that about?
Yeah, and he'll have like some mad release clause in there. Because obviously they always put mad ones in, don't they? Harry says Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, but
But then it's Napoli, mate. We don't deal with Napoli. Hiya, Napa.
What will happen, that man?
Madness. We just don't do it, innit?
He's contracted until 2027 as well.
Okay, he's there. If you didn't just sign a new deal, I'd be on that. But Ousmane Dembele, bro.
Ras, just a quick one, bro. I've just gone on Kvaratskhelia on Transfermarkt. The first time I've ever seen this. Foot. It says both.
Both?
Guy, it says both. Guy's just pure two-footed,
just can't pick one, innit? Like, what's your favourite foot? Both. What foot are you? Both.
I need this guy at my football club, man.
Yeah. What's the situation with Dembele then? Didn't he just sign the new deal? Ousmane Dembele?
Oh, I don't want him anyway.
But does he not fit the bill?
Yeah, he does.
He's been tearing it up for Barca this year, I think. I'm pretty sure when I seen him, he looked impressive. I was like, oh, Dembele did moving mad, but he's also made of biscuits.
Yeah. Just don't rate him, man. You know what I mean? I've just gone off him. I think the last couple of years, man, he's not been...
2-year contract to sign. That's not too bad. Yeah, but yeah, like Xavier says, like C1 says there, very injury prone. Made of biscuits. Ain't going to last very long.
Could Alvarez be the guy, bro?
Alvarez could be that right winger. He could probably play that right winger role, bro. It might be a source that's more close to home than we think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe we don't have to go and spend loads of money.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a weird one, isn't it? Like,
anyway. For people who just joining, by the way, Kalino says reeks of desperation. I mean, we're pretty much sat here saying we don't want to sign Saka.
Yeah. One of your best players that actually want him.
But yeah, for anyone who's joining, we're just talking about. There's a rumor by Graham Bailey's come out and said that City won both Jude Bellingham and Bukayo Saka. Now see them both in the future plans. So we just thought we were speaking about yesterday. There was a few rumors. Well, obviously that's when the rumors were coming out. So we just thought we'll have a talk about it today. See the situation. I think we made it very clear that we don't see this deal actually happening. We think he will 100% stay at Arsenal. Colino says, no, I agree with you, lads. That's why I think the rumours are just desperate, price increasing. And that could be a thing, you know. That could be a thing. Oh, well, Beyond Belief says City trying to unsettle Arsenal with the Saka noise. That's the thing. But Colino there saying basically it'd be very smart for Saka's agent to start basically feeding some rumours to the press that we've had this guy, we've had City on the phone, they're interested, they see him in the future plans, stuff like that, so that when it comes round to him signing that new contract, Arsenal feel the pressure because they have all these clubs apparently wanting him, and then he can go get a big Donny Cash contract.
Yeah, so I would 100% agree with that all the time. Bar, there's one huge problem that I have with that, if that's true. And that's at the top of the league and they're going for the Premier League. And if he's doing that, then that is fucking poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe it's not. Well, yeah, but he should tell his agent to just be like, yeah, what are you doing, mate?
Yeah,
I need to focus.
No, your agent says, right, I'm going to start putting some rumours out because we want to get you the big cash and we want the club to know that we're serious about potentially leaving to obviously increase the money. I'd like to think he's not doing that because given the fact that Arsenal are in a title race right now, this is their best chance to win a Premier League title for many, many, many years. That kind of stinks to me if that's true. So I would more expect this to come from City's side to try and unsettle him and to try and unsettle Arsenal because obviously as City have got to play the dark arts here. We're currently second in the Premier League. And if they can sort of unsettle him a little bit, unsettle the dressing room, then obviously City are going to do that. Of course, they'd be stupid not to do that. So I think, if anything, this has come from City, not Saka.
I'd say it could go away. It is pretty mad. It is pretty mad to think about how this just got out of nowhere.
The situation is right now quite simple. The only two players that we've been linked with in that winger position, correct me if I'm wrong, Bo, but it's just Leao and Saka. That's it.
They're the only rumours that are coming out right now is Leao and Saka.
So
that is literally it. So
unless they're going to do like a Rodri driller and sign someone when we didn't even know we were signing him, then it's going to be one of them two. Yeah. And I would more suspect it'd probably be Leao.
Ajay, mate, it says buy Musiala. Mate, that's an expensive one. That isn't he at Bayern, Musiala? I'm sure he's at Bayern and he'd be been slamming as well. He is actually because he's ripping it up there. He is. So I don't see that happening. James Bond says Saka's about to sign 170k to 200 grand a week plus his agent / parents are locked into Arsenal. It's not happening. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's happening. I do think he'll sign a new deal.
Yeah. I think if anything, it's going to be Leao. But at this moment in time, we are still pretty early in this one. Leao's only 23 years old. He's got a good record at AC Milan. He is right-footed. He is pacey. He is good in front of goal. He meets the criteria. The only slight doubt is that he doesn't play on the right. He plays as a striker or on the left. So I've got
the alternative option, bro. I found it. It's probably not a real, bro. Buffal, bro. Let's go get Buffal. Man had a sick World Cup. He was ripping it up on that left-hand side. Man was moving mad. Let's go bring Buffal back to the Prem. He probably doesn't even fit the bill. But DJ One says Nabry talk again. Well, incoming again. Yeah.
You know what? It's funny, right? Because I remember raising that Nabry thing last summer, and some people laughed. It was a great deal. You could have got him for around 30 million quid.
Yeah.
He'd meet the criteria. He's a great player. He's good in front of goal. He's got a good shot on him, good cross on him.
And he seemingly wanted to leave as well.
Everything was just perfect. It wasn't even a dear. It wasn't even a more expensive offer. You could have got him for 30 odd mil, maybe 40. Yeah. Well, we just shut it down. We don't want him in it. We don't need him.
Aditi says Cody Gakpo.
Yeah, he's going United, though, isn't he?
Yeah, there are big rumours about him going to United. Kudus.
Is he a striker as well, though?
Kudus is the answer, Dash says. I keep seeing this name. And I'm sure I've seen him during the World Cup as well, but I can't remember for who.
What? Mohamed Kudus?
Yeah.
Ghanaian.
Oh, is that what I've seen it for? I can't remember who it was. Yeah. Ghana and Ajax it is.
My team, innit? My new team.
Yeah, it's your new team, innit? Oh, you need to get a Ghana kit, bro.
I know I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one.
Get one from Classic Football Shirts, innit? See if you can find some sick one.
Yes, Cameron, what are you saying, bro? Member for 6 it says Alvarez, Haaland, Foden, front 3 doesn't need to be drastically changed. It's already insane. All we need is some depth. Yeah, I don't disagree, bro. We do need a winger, though. We do need a winger, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Had says, remember Okafor, LB. Okafor, do you remember?
Oh,
Okafor. The guy just kept coming off the bench.
Oh, what Okafor?
Do you remember?
Yes,
we was apparently rumoured to be interested in that, Donny. Okafor.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to add him to the other 2 because he's actually someone that we were linked with.
We were linked with, yeah. So that's an outside chance.
Yeah, could happen. I did actually see him in one of the games for Switzerland. Didn't really do anything, but you know.
Every time I see his name floated about, he's always coming off the bench.
Yeah. So
no, this is right. Lit Talkers just said just join, but City would ruin Saka. You guys don't even pimp me wingers to take on players one-on-one. Factual information. Honestly, you know what you'd see if we signed Saka, right? City would be breaking on a counter-attack. Saka would get the ball, but instead of running down the wing to do some mad counter-attack and put a ball in for Erling Haaland, nah, mate, he'd turn round and pass the ball back to Rodri because that is the City way. You know what I mean? Recycle. Keep the possession. That's the way that we play football. Slowly move up the pitch, innit? Slow transitions. None of this fast
this
stuff.
is why I don't want him. That's why I don't want him.
We're basically saying we want a change of style. You know what I mean? We want Pep to go a little bit more. You know what I mean? Allow a bit of a counter Pep.
I just want what I want more than anything is options.
Yeah,
that's what I keep saying. All I want is options.
So something to like to switch it up a little bit, so it's not always same kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like for like replacements. Like someone, do you like Sane, bro? If you knew you had Sane on the bench, that's an explosive player to bring onto the pitch, and you know he can do something out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I agree. We just need that. We just need a little bit of an option. That's all. So we don't have the same thing. If you look at our right side now, Foden, right-footed, left-footed, right-sided player. Cole Palmer the same. Mahrez the same. Bernardo the same. 4 players who are all the same, right? And I know they have individual differences in that, but in terms of style, they're all looking to cut in. Ain't no one looking to go around the outside and put a cross in like Sterling did on the last day of the season against Aston Villa. Ain't no one looking to do that. And that's all I'm asking for. Just options, man. You know what I'm saying? So there you go, anyway. Your Bukayo Saka stream. Until he signs a new contract, maybe
rumors will creep up. Like I say, whether it's City or not, but rumors will always fly about, especially now that they've started. Someone's put a penny in it, so you know what I mean. It's starting to that's starting to roll. Lit Talk says, who is a Pep type winger then, lads? Who do you really realistically think he would go for? And honestly, it's just a question that I don't know, innit? I genuinely don't know. If he could, he'd get another midfielder and play him at the wing. The guy loves midfielders, isn't it? So I genuinely have no idea. I think Kvaratskhelia would be very good, but he plays for Napoli, and we have some forbidden rule where we can't deal with Napoli anymore, and they won't deal with us because, it wasn't a business type situation with them with Koulibaly and Jorginho. So it is Messi is a Pep style winger. There you go, bro. Yeah. Messi's the answer. It's just Messi, bro. We've just got to go and try and get Messi again and go through all that.
Pep likes players who don't lose the ball.
Messi.
Yeah. So you know that's why he likes the Grealishes of this world. That's why he likes the Mahrezes of this world, because they don't lose the possession of the ball. You know what I mean? And you can't criticize him for that because it's worked out very well. But he also did very, very well with Sane and with Sterling. So clearly, he does. He can change it up a little bit.
Yeah. Also, by the way, like Harry says there, Messi doesn't even fit the bill, bro. Left footed, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just in the bin. What's happened, bro? What's happened to all these right-footed right wingers?
Unknown, seeing
it. They just fell off. They fell off. Everyone's a cutting merchant.
Yeah. No, it's mad. Right, cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little chat there about Bukayo Saka. I think, to be honest, well, whether it be Saka, whether it be Leao, whether it be whoever, I think we're going to have a lot more conversations about wingers, because I'm convinced that this summer City will go in the market for a winger.
I think so. I think so too.
So, be prepared to strap yourselves in for a lot of winger talk. We're going to do the Girona preview tonight, so make sure you join me tonight. We're going to be previewing that game. Obviously, City are playing tomorrow. Remember, City are playing tomorrow in a pre-season friendly. Not pre-season. Fucking hell, mid-season friendly.
Is
It's
it?
Girona.
Yeah.
So come join us in it. We're going to be doing a watch along. I'll be back in the studio for that. So hopefully you guys can join us. It's live on Recast and City Plus. So if you guys want to watch the game, check it out there. If not, just join us for a watch along tomorrow. It's 1 p.m. Is it, bro? UK
Yeah,
time.
1 p.m. UK time. Yeah.
Straight after that, we'll be watching the third place World Cup match. So again, join us for that one. And then on Sunday, of course, World Cup final. Back in the studio all this weekend, man. So hopefully you guys can join us. Massive shout out to the guys at Boohoo Man for sponsoring today's stream. I've been repping it, man. I got a hoodie on inside, man, because I got to keep warm.
Yeah, bro. I got a hoodie on. I've got Boohoo Man hoodie on. I got Boohoo Man joggers on. I mean, Boohoo Man socks. You know what I mean, you got to get wrapped up in it, even when you're inside and that. It's freezing. Bro, I didn't even tell you this. Check this chat and LB, right? When I played football last night, bro, I'm not even lying. My hair froze. And this is not even a lie. My hair froze on the pitch. I put my hand through my hair and it was frozen, bro. Yeah. Another guy I played with called Keith, he had the same thing. His hair was frozen. That's how cold it is.
I'm pretty sure that's not good for you, know.
Bro, I can't. Bro, I never seen that in my life, bro. My hair's never frozen before. I was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Madness.
That's pretty unhealthy, I would imagine. But yeah, guys, if you guys want anything off the Boohoo Man website, go check it out. Use our link in the description and our pinned comment right there. They've got loads of sales running right now. We've got next day delivery on loads of items, international shipping. So get on it, get something in for Christmas, man. Now is the time. Loads of different styles, loads of different price ranges, something to meet everyone. Girona preview tonight. Be there or be square. And if we have time, I even throw a little GeoGuessr in there.
Oh,